Yo-yo dieting is fucking exhausting, isn't it? And the worst part is, every time you restart a diet or start a new diet again, you're just making it harder for yourself. And here's why. So picture this, Monday to Thursday, you're absolutely perfect with your diet. You're tracking everything. You're saying no to everything. But that's actually the problem, because the harder you grip onto something, the worse it's going to snap. Then Friday hits and real life shows up. And suddenly your diet is negotiating with your social life. And let's be honest, your social life is always going to win that argument. You give in and you say,
Yeah, go on then, one won't hurt.
and then by Saturday evening, you've already decided that it's a complete write-off. But you just haven't admitted it to yourself yet. And that's not weakness, funnily enough. It's just what restriction actually does to the brain. Restriction basically stores up permission slips in your brain, and Friday night chooses to cash them all in at once. And before you know it, Sunday night's here and you've completely fucked it for the weekend because you've inhaled about 7,000 million calories. And the gym hasn't happened, has it? Let's be honest. Then comes the best part, which I absolutely love. I don't actually love it. It's really frustrating, actually. You say the words,
I fucked it. There's no point now.
so what do you end up doing? You just end up eating more, don't you? You feel worse and you wallow in your own self-pity for about 3 or 4 days. Then Monday rolls around again and, funnily enough, you start your diet again. Now here's what's actually happening throughout that cycle. Your brain doesn't actually see a diet. It sees a cage. And every perfect Monday is you locking yourself in that cage. So when Friday comes, it doesn't feel like a treat. It feels more like an escape. And you probably know this, but you cannot half escape a cage. You've got to go fully out. So when you're on plan, you're trying to be perfect. You're trying to stay locked in that cage, literally forcing yourself to do so. But then that also means that you're one bad meal or one skipped gym session away from completely collapsing. And then when you're off plan, it's just absolute chaos. You are out of that cage going feral. You eat everything in sight. You skip the gym. You don't get off of your ass at all. And you just tell yourself,
I'm just going to fix it later and lock myself back in that cage.
and that all or nothing mindset is the problem and the reason as to why you continuously fail with diets and continuously fail to see any kind of weight loss results. The people who have never yo-yo dieted and who have stuck to a diet indefinitely do not have more discipline than you. They just stop treating food like a test that they can fail. There's no falling off the wagon if there's no wagon. 80% of the foods that you eat should be focused around achieving that weight loss target which you want. Whereas the 20% of foods that you eat should ideally be eaten because you enjoy them, because you want to do them, because they bring you joy in life, and they actually cause you to adhere to your diet longer. Now, most people who have figured this 80-20 split out haven't actually tracked the split. They're not measuring their fun, they're just not punishing themselves for doing so. And their body has stopped panicking because the 80-20 rule isn't actually a rule in and of itself. It's just what balance looks like from the outside looking in. There's a little thing called the last supper mentality. It's where your brain treats every single diet like it's your last meal before prison. So because of that reason, it goes hard every single time. And as you know, if you do that within your diet, you then start thinking there's no fucking point and I might as well just sack it all off until Monday. But all of that stops when nothing is off the menu permanently. When you have balance within your diet, it just becomes normal routine. So instead of thinking to yourself that you need to be perfect Monday through to Friday, start thinking, how can I make this sustainable all week long? That might mean planning for a meal out, for example, or saving calories for drinks or a dessert, making slightly smarter choices on a Wednesday evening, but still enjoying yourself throughout the entire process. Because here's the honest to God truth. If your plan only works Monday through to Friday, then it's a pretty shitty plan. A good plan works on weekdays, but it also works on weekends, nights out, restaurant visits, holidays, busy days, low motivation days, days where you just cannot be fucked to do it, but you still do it anyway. And that's what makes it sustainable. You don't need more discipline to stick to a diet. You need a diet and a plan that you don't have to escape from. That's it. That's the whole thing. Monday stops being a restart when Sunday stops being a write-off. If this is hit different, then it's simply because most fitness advice out there has been designed for people who have never been in this cycle. Everything on my channel and everything on my Instagram at k.p_health actually is. So subscribe to this channel or follow my Instagram and I'll show you how to lose fat and get into incredible nick without the part where you hate yourself every Sunday. And if you want some more in-depth tailored advice on how we can help you get into the best shape possible without starting again on Monday and without hating your life, follow the link in the description below, fill out the form, I'll be in touch with you and I'll explain exactly how we can help you do that. In the meantime, see you in the next one. Peace.